What's up everyone, DefyNewYork.com here with a brand new video. Today we're looking at the Nike Zoom Pegasus Turbo 35 and the Nike Zoom Pegasus Turbo 2. This is the Turbo 2, this is the 35, this is the first one. Now, we'll get into number one, sizing. Whatever you wear in a typical running shoe, I would go within these, in these, both of them. They both pretty much fit the same as far as sizing goes, but I will tell you that I have found that the Turbo 35, the first one, as actually this strip, it's like slightly more narrow on the toe box than the Turbo 2. So you'll actually feel like it's like pressing against your toes a little bit, whereas I didn't get that with this shoe. It's also, this shoe is also a slightly more roomy in the toe box altogether. As far as width, it's not like drastic where you would go down a half size or anything like that. It just gives you a little bit more, slightly more breathing room than you get in this shoe. Now you'll notice that the collar on the Pegasus Turbo 35 is a lot, well, is thicker. You could see that there is some slight padding on the inside of the Turbo 2 as opposed to this one, but both are nice on foot. I mean, this one is, it's super comfortable. They're both very lightweight. Now, the major difference that I noticed is that the Pegasus Turbo 35 from 2018 has a lower to the ground type of feel. It does have that nice cushioning, but it does have that lower to the ground feel than the Turbo 2. So the Turbo 2, you're gonna get a lot more cushion. It's like a firm cushion, so it feels really, really nice. And it feels a lot more evenly distributed. Whereas on this one, my heel kind of feels like it's not getting the proper support. It feels almost like it's in the heel that it's dipping backwards a little bit, like on a decline. Whereas I don't get that with this shoe. So that's just something to take into consideration. But otherwise, both are amazing shoes, and it's gonna boil down to what fits you better. If you want that lower to the ground feel, and you don't mind that the toe box is gonna be like slimmer right here as opposed to this one, even though they look a lot alike, it's gonna give you a little bit more room in the toe box. It's not gonna press against your toe, and that could be from that strip, which is why they may have abandoned it. I don't know if you can really tell. And so, but looks wise, I mean, they're both dope. I give the edge to the Turbo 35. I just like the look of it a little bit better, even though they're very similar. It's just, I love that strip down the middle, even though it does cause, at least for myself, some issues with the toe pressing on it. But you wouldn't go another half size up. I mean, you could try it, but if you do, it may be too long. And I don't know if that's gonna solve the problem for you. Unfortunately for myself, I wear 13, so 13 and a half is very difficult to come by. I don't even know if they made it. See the sole. And so overall, I do highly recommend this shoe. It's just a sick release. This colorway is dope. If you don't want the bright green, there's other colorways to choose from, but to me, this is the best colorway. And it's honestly, as far as the Pegasus line goes, the lineage, I'd have to say that these past 2 years have been the best for the Pegasus line since probably around 1992. So you're talking 27 years or 26 years has transpired, and now we're getting the Pegasus name back to what it used to be. I mean, they've made great Pegasus shoes, don't get me wrong, but this shoe looks good, feels good. I mean, it's pretty much the total package if the shoe works for your foot. For casual running or casual walking, this shoe is phenomenal. I mean, it's very, very comfortable. You can, like I said, you can run in it, you can walk in it. Some running shoes are just too techy, too, at least for myself, the fit, like the Vaporfly, it just, the way the shoe is curved upward in the forefoot, it just feels too, like I can only run in it. I could never just go for casual usage. With this shoe, not that problem. It feels very good just for casual use. So anyhow, next part of the video, I'm going to show you guys what these look like on feet. All right, everyone, got to see what they look like on feet. If there are any questions, concerns, or comments, please feel free to drop me a line. As far as pricing, as of right now, they are on sale. This is going to be a shoe definitely that I can see not going too cheap. I know they've hit outlets in certain areas, so definitely check your local Nike outlet and give them a try. But as far as getting them dirt cheap, it's just too good of a shoe to get too cheap. Maybe for certain sizes you'll be able to snag these on the low, but they did a really good job with this shoe. And these are already hitting the outlets in multiple colorways, so definitely go check your outlets and you can do the comparison yourself. But I'm telling you, this shoe definitely has that lower profile feel as opposed to this one, so it really depends on what you want as far as that. And you're gonna get that feel kind of this pushing on the top of your toes. It's not terrible, and it may wear in over time, but these are perfect right out of the box. So anyhow, that's the video. Thank you for looking, and stay tuned for more videos.